Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Patrick. This is Halos and Heroes. And the song is Popular Monster by Falling in Reverse. So, without further ado on the intro, let's get going. See, with addiction, you're dealing with a lot of numbing of those mental issues that are going on in your head. I know for me, that now that I'm sober, especially, I have days where I don't feel okay. I have days where I'm not sure if I feel okay. I just want to maintain. And so the reason I chose this song among the ones that I wanted to do is because this song spoke to me the first time I heard it. And so I really appreciate the level of effort that went into Ronnie being vulnerable and open with how he feels. And I wanted to do this song justice. I know the transitions have been pointed out a million times. They're awesome. That's why they're pointed out. Dealing with depression, bipolar, is not easy. There are days where the same thing that made you happy the day before make you upset the next day. It's this constant back and forth in your head. And then people telling you it's a phase, or telling you, my favorites are get over it, or cheer up. You know what, fuck you. It doesn't work like that. If it did, I would do it. It doesn't, so, you know, I'm just trying to find my way in this world. Up until recently, I had a voodoo doll hanging from my front window of my car, inspired by this song. Down the arms of the voodoo doll were the words "My Demons," and I used I used a mask to hang the voodoo doll from my front window. In essence, hanging my demons. Acknowledging that they're there and not trying to deny them is the first step in getting better. The more you push your past to the back, the more you're going to have to deal with when it finally comes up, and you have no choice but to deal with it. So every time that you start to recover and get better, you start to do too well. You start to wonder if I deserve to be doing this well. And I used to just revert to old behavior and self-sabotage. I'd also like to point out the fact that this doctor looks a lot like Sigmund Freud, which I think is really funny. I'm not saying you have mommy issues there, Ronnie. You do. You do have mommy issues. Maybe the Sigmund Freud thing was your Freudian slip, or you did it intentionally. I'm not sure. Maybe you should get help for that. Just kidding. Don't come beat me up. I'm in a race against myself. I try to keep a steady pace. How the fuck will I escape if I never close my case? I'm stressing every second that I waste is another second sooner to a blessing. See, once I started to get my life together and figure out what was going on, what was going wrong, and um, where I wanted to be, and what I wanted to do, and how I wanted to do it, made my life a lot easier. The chaos in my head slowed down a little bit, and then it just started to get more manageable. I still have days where I'm overwhelmed. I still have days where I don't feel like doing anything. But I just know that if I give up or I revert to that old behavior, that it's not going to end well for me. And you know, like Ronnie building on his past and how everybody holds it against him and always talks about it. I think that the fact that every time that he releases a song, it's better than the last one, shows just how in tune he is with himself and where he wants to be. And it doesn't have to be what everybody else wants. It's what he wants. It's what's important. We're about to get heavy, and it's great. So I'm going to take a second. Every video that he's done that I've seen has been cinematic. There are multiple transitions, great budget, but you know, when everybody's like, "Oh, Ronnie is all genres," yes, he is. It's one thing that impressed me when I first heard Champions, first song I ever heard by them. And when you can go from those low growls to the cleans to the rapping, yeah, that's a very unique and rare talent. So this is why I like bands like this, where they have a story to tell and they have such an amazing following, and then the band itself is willing to respond to the fans, to the reactors, to the people that put in effort to put them out there. It's not a one-sided thing, and I really appreciate that. One of the greatest things that I love about this song is how many different reactions there are to it. Tank the Tech did a gear-based reaction, and still came out pleasantly surprised. You know, I've heard so many different people react to this song and pick up on little nuances, like that guy hitting the ground just now, and that drum beat hits at the same exact time. That was intentional, obviously, and it was fucking awesome. Finding out that the courtroom that was used in this video was used in the the other video, that he did the remix of. God, I'm blanking. Why am I blanking? I don't cut my shit. I don't edit my shit. It's just, it is what it is. Anyway, the cool thing is the overlap, and you can follow the history of the band through their videos. Even if you pay close enough attention, you'll find where the videos overlap. It's really cool. I really dig it. Couple quick things I'd like to point out before I conclude this video. Number one, I really admire the fact that his daughter is his grounding point. When all of the world around him seems to be crumbling, he can turn to Willow and use her as that light at the end of the tunnel, literally. When that tunnel vision kicks in and the world starts to fade, Willow seems to be his light at the end of the tunnel, and that's admirable. Number two, I took some artistic licenses in the way I normally do videos. I did not do translucence on the background. Ronnie says he doesn't block videos, so I'm giving this one a shot to see how it turns out. I also made the screen bigger on this one because it's something that he looks for. And I also made sure that I had at least a decent microphone, because Ronnie has always been critical of people with shitty audio. So Ronnie, I hope I did you justice on this video. And yeah, to all my friends and fans and everybody out there, all 6 of you, I appreciate every one of you.